Okay, number 1, the clue word was reflected across the x-axis. So you didn't need to really show any work. All you need to know is that when you reflect across the x-axis, the x stays the same. So your x and y, the x stays the same. When you reflect across the x-axis, the x stays the same, but the y becomes negative. So the correct answer was what? A. All right, let's move on to number 2. For number 2, they gave you a number in scientific notation, and they wanted you to change it to standard, and standard means normal. So all you had to do is go to your calculator and type it in. 1.47 times 10, I'm typing this in right here, to the 8th power, and that was your answer. If you miss a question like that, it tells me that you are not trying at all. So how many zeros are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what was the correct answer? F. That one did not take you showing much work. Number 3 took you writing an equation. So let's go look at number 3. Number 3 says, which table contains x and y's where y is 4 less than the product of x and 2.5? Anytime you see a question like this, you have to write an equation in y equals mx plus b form. So they gave you 2 numbers. They gave you 4 less than, and they gave you the product of 2.5 and x. So which number do you think the x is going to get? The 2.5, because it says right here that they're going to go together. So it's going to be y equals 2.5x, and then based on this word, 4 less than, would it be plus 4 or minus 4? Minus 4. Now that you wrote your equation, you can go to your calculator to y equals and type that in. So everybody should be doing it with me right now, and I don't see all calculators even open. So we're going to type in 2.5x minus 4. And since these are tables, then I'm going to go look at the table by hitting second table. And I'm going to see when x is 6, is y 19? Well, look right there. Yes or no? When x is 6, what is y? 11. So A definitely can't be it. B can, C cannot, and D cannot. So B has to be the answer. Do y'all see how easy it was once you wrote your equation? Number 4. What did we say the clue words were? Volume. What else? And cylinder. So I know I need to go to my STAAR chart to the section titled Volume. Then I'm going to go to the word cylinder, and look, that's why we changed that formula, so that we don't have to think about it. So you should have written down pi r squared h. If you didn't write it down, you didn't even try. That's your formula. So now we need to go find the radius and the height. Which one of these numbers is the height? So go write that down. The height is 19. Did they give you a radius or did they give you a diameter? So what do I need to do to this number? Okay, so I go to 16.5 and I divide it by 2. My radius is 8.25. So now I simply put that in the formula. So I'm going to do pi times 8.25 squared times 19. And that will give me my answer. So everybody go type that in your calculator. I'm not going to do it for you. I'm not even going to give you the answer. I'm telling you what to type in, and then I want you to write the answer down. So either F, G, H, or J. Did you already do it? Okay, put your answer when you have it. That'll tell me who's trying and paying attention right there. All right, are we ready for number 5? Number 5, like I said, was probably the most challenging one. You have a girl named Constance, and she's planning to pay for college. She has 2 options on how to start saving her money. She has option A right here. And then she has option B right here. So anytime you see there's 2 options, that means you're going to have to solve basically 2 problems in one. So I'm going to have option A over here and option B over here. Option A is compound interest. So I go to my STAAR chart and I say, well, here's the formula for compound interest right here. So that's why I'm writing this down. P, open parentheses, 1 plus R to the T power. Option B also says compound interest, so I wrote the same formula. Did everybody at least do that much? Now all you had to do was fill in the numbers that they gave you. Option A, what was the principal, the P? I can't hear y'all. 12,000. Open parentheses. 1 plus, what is the rate for option A? 4.75%. So what do we have to change that to? A decimal. So I go 4.75 divided by 100, which is 0.0475. Close the parentheses. And what was the time for option A? 5. And I'm going to separate these by a little line. I'm not even going to type that in my calculator yet. I'm going to go set up option B now. What is the principal for option B? It's also $12,000. 1 plus, what's the rate for option B? 5%. So how do I change that to a decimal? 5 divided by 100 is 0.05. And what's the time for option B? 4. So far, has this problem been easy or hard? Super easy. All you got to do is write stuff down. Now my calculator is going to do all the work. So here we go. Option A, 12,000, open parentheses, 1 plus 0.0475, close parentheses, to the 5th power. And I'm going to write that down, but I'm going to make it look like money. So $15,133.92. Now I'm going to go do the other one. Oops. Now that I've done that, I have to figure out what do they even want me to do with these 2 numbers. It says, which of the following is the difference? What does difference mean? To subtract them. What's the difference between the 2 options? So you just take these 2 numbers and subtract them. So you would do $15,133.92 minus $14,586.08. I'm not going to give you the answer. You can type that in your calculator yourself and get the answer. Once you have all 5 of your answers, you're going to go back to the Google Classroom and open S1P3 answer document and put your answers into that, and it will grade them for me.